He wakes up, but he doesn't wake up to the sound of rain. He tries to sit up, but his limbs feel heavy and unresponsive. He reaches for a blanket, but he finds he is already covered. Someone else covered him while he was passed out. The shame washes over him hot and fast. This isn't a local drunkard stumbling out of a tavern. This is Noah. This is the patriarch. This is the man who found grace in the eyes of the Lord when the whole world was evil. This is the man who built the ark with his bare hands. This is the man who saved humanity from total extinction. How does the captain of salvation end up passed out on the floor? How does the holiest man on earth crash so hard? We are opening the case file on the NOAH hangover. This is a mystery of post-victory collapse. Welcome to the forensic lab of Spirit and Truth Daily. We are investigating a spiritual crime scene. The victim is Noah, but the killer wasn't the floodwaters. The killer wasn't the storm. The killer was the peace. Let's look at the cold open in Genesis. Chapter 9 begins with victory. The rain has stopped. The rainbow is in the sky. The dove has landed. The war for survival is finally over. Noah steps off the boat onto dry land. He builds an altar. He sacrifices to God. The covenant is signed. The world is rebooted. It is the highest spiritual moment in human history. God promises never to flood the earth again. And then the text shifts dramatically. Verse 20 says, "And Noah began to be a farmer, and he planted a vineyard." It sounds innocent enough. It sounds like a retirement plan. Exhibit A, the shift in assignment. Noah changed his title. He went from preacher of righteousness to planter of grapes. He changed his identity from soldier to civilian. He put down the hammer of obedience. He picked up the hoe of leisure. He stopped building for the future. He stopped watching the horizon for clouds. He decided the crisis was over, so the vigilance could finally end. This is the first red flag in the profile. We call it demobilization syndrome. Soldiers often fall apart when they come home from the war. They can handle the bullets. They cannot handle the quiet. They cannot handle the lack of mission. In the storm, Noah was sharp. He was disciplined. He was alive. He was dependent on God for every breath. But in the vineyard, he got sloppy. He relaxed his guard. He thought the enemy drowned in the water. But the enemy can swim. The enemy just changed tactics from storm to stupor. It was the wine inside the tent. Exhibit B, the slow fermentation. Vineyards don't grow overnight. It takes years for a vine to produce wine. This wasn't a sudden slip. This was a slow, calculated drift into a life of comfort. For years, Noah tended those grapes. He watered them. He pruned them. He waited for them. He watched them grow. He anticipated the pleasure. He was nurturing his own sedation every single day. He was farming his own distraction. While he was pruning the vines, he was pruning his defenses. He was preparing for a party instead of preparing for the next assignment God had for him. He forgot he was a leader. He forgot his sons were watching him. He thought, "I saved the world. Surely I deserve a drink. Surely I deserve to check out for a while." Entitlement is a sedative. It whispers, "You've done enough. You've paid your dues. You can coast now." But in the kingdom, there is no coasting. There is only climbing or sliding. Noah slid. Exhibit C, the exposure. Verse 21. He drank of the wine and was drunk, and he became uncovered in his tent. The Hebrew implies he stripped himself in his stupor. He lost control. The man covered by grace is now uncovered by excess. He exposed his shame in his sanctuary. Then comes the crime within the crime. Ham walks in. He sees the nakedness of his father. He doesn't cover it. He broadcasts it. He runs outside. "Hey guys, come look at Dad." Ham mocks the failure. He delights in the fall of the giant. He disrespects the anointing. But Shem and Japheth do something profound. They take a garment. They put it on their shoulders. They walk backward into the tent. They cover their father without looking at his shame. Ham exposed, Shem covered. Ham was cursed, Shem was blessed. Your reaction to a leader's failure determines your own future in God. But Noah is still the primary suspect. He created the situation. He drank the cup. Why did he crash? The profiling reveals he suffered from victory vulnerability. This is a common spiritual condition. The most dangerous moment in your life is not when you are fighting the giant. It is the moment after the giant is dead. The adrenaline dumps. The crowd goes home. The silence comes. The guard comes down. David fell with Bathsheba after he established the kingdom. Elijah asked to die after he called down fire on Carmel. Noah got drunk after the flood waters receded. The danger is the comfort. Comfort convinces us we are safe when we aren't. We take off the helmet because it feels heavy in the sun. We put down the shield, and that is when the sniper shoots. The devil waits for the mission accomplished banner to fly. Noah survived the water that killed everyone else, but he couldn't survive the wine he made himself. The external threat failed. The internal threat succeeded. The verdict: Noah fell because he stopped being a soldier. He tried to become a civilian. Even when the rainbow is in the sky, the enemy is still prowling. The devil doesn't take a day off just because you won a victory. He waits for the guard to change. He attacks when you are unbuttoning your armor. He attacks when you feel entitled to a little bit of sin. You might have just won a battle. You got the promotion. You beat the sickness. You finished the project. You feel good. You feel like exhaling. That exhale is dangerous. That is the moment your defenses are offline. Do not plant a vineyard of distraction. Do not think past victory exempts you from present discipline. You are only as safe as your current obedience. Your children are still watching. Ham is watching. Shem is watching. Your legacy is still being written right now. One night of drunkenness created a curse that lasted generations. The curse of Canaan started with a glass of wine. And once you open the door, you don't control who walks in. Stay vigilant. The flood is over, but the war is not. Keep your armor on. Keep your eyes open. If you are winning, pray harder. The higher you go, the more targets are on your back. This is Spirit and Truth Daily. Watch the wine.